Welcome back to Svalbard, everyone. It is boat trip time. Our biggest enemy on our boat summer, apart from polar bears, is always the weather. It can halt plans, delay you for days, or leave you stranded somewhere for much longer than anticipated. All of those things happened on this trip. We had been waiting out the weather for a few days to be able to go on our boat trip, and as the clock chimed 1 a.m., a little weather window appeared and we knew that we had to head out or else we wouldn't be able to, due to the weather that was coming. It was dark. Even though we have radar and navigation, it is always a different feeling to drive in the dark. You can't really see anything in the water, so spotting driftwood or icebergs is very difficult. But we figured that as long as we went slowly, the chance of anything happening were low. So we set out towards our destination of Bjornehamna, a few hours away from Longyearbyen. Our plan was to spend a night or two in Bjornehamna and then head over to the Nordenskiöld Glacier and the ghost town Pyramiden. But as always, a plan on Svalbard is merely one loose option in the sea of many. I think nothing could prepare us for just how bad the weather was going to get. Good morning.
Good morning.
Give us a weather update.
Rain. Rain.
And lots of rain.
And it's coming so much more rain tonight.
So how much more rain is coming?
This morning it was like 1 point something, and tonight it's 6.2. That's a lot. That's...
Ideally, it should be crispy and cold now, not raining.
Tomorrow night is gonna be minus.
Wait, could it turn into snow instead? I mean, it could, but I don't think it will. We arrived in Bjornehamna safe and sound, and the first morning greeted us with rain. But when you have dogs, you always have to go ashore and give them exercise and a bathroom break. Fenris is just staying with us, by the way, while his parents are on vacation. We have tried to get them to pee on the swim platform, but they refuse. So we take them ashore a few times per day for pee and playtime. I also wanted to get some movement in before the worst of the weather hit. Bjornehamna is one of my favorite places. The mountains lining the coast are tall and towering and beyond beautiful. In the background, you can see one of my favorite glaciers, the Tuna Glacier.
Ships from the south storming along the shoreline. Those who were right came here with nothing more than dreams of a brighter sun that could make their shadows run. About us were just illusions. They could not find a way into our closed hearts. So they're forced to crawl back into the dark.
I think the rain is coming back. It's time to go back to the boat. Är det då, Fenris? gonna be a very relaxing day, I think, because it is raining again. The wind is picking up and it is just very wet outside. It's always a problem. Rain is a problem. But it was fine to hike in before. Ooh, because we got out of the rain. I'm drinking coffee and believe it or not, instant coffee. Lovely. I do not mind at all. If you're wondering where my incredible fleece teddy coat or teddy jacket, it's from Astrid Weil, my, favorite brand for my friend. This is the minimalist one, so it has zippers on the sides, which I love. So this is book number 4, and I'm so excited to start it. And then I think I'll just read this later. If I've understood it, this is a freestanding winter tale. And if it's not, I'll find out if I'm, missing something. Is it raining more, Christopher?
Oh, yes.
So for the heating of the boat and for like the stove and the fridge, it's propane.
Yes.
So it doesn't run on electricity, correct?
No. Of course you have a fan in the heating system.
Okay.
So
now you're changing the propane. How long does one last?
about 3 days.
3 days. And how much is one? Is it like $70?
No,
600 kroners?
No. 340 for this 5 kilo now.
Oh, it's a smaller one. Okay.
So it's about 100 crowns per day.
100 crowns per day if we're out on a trip. And now it's minus degrees, so it's colder. Then we might use a bit more, right?
Could be, because we heat. It's the heat that takes everything. If we only had it for the stove, we would have this one for the whole summer.
It's the heating.
Yeah, but it's the heating.
So now that we're gone on a 4-day trip, how many do we have with us? 3?
We have 4.
Okay, 4, just in case.
Yeah.
Nice.
But I think for next summer we will buy a Ebersprecher who goes on diesel.
Oh.
Who will heat the boat. And then we have this one as a backup system. I think that's gonna be
A good plan.
Yeah, much easier.
Okay. So now let's go change this one.
Yeah.
That's outside, right?
Yes. Outside the boat.
Hey, Grimbjörn. Groomy. Hey. You having a great time? Oh, yeah, you are. You're sleepy. It's pretty. Fenris, are you making sure everything is okay? The nosiest dog on the planet. Yeah, that's you.
And here out is the gas. Gas we also keep outside. We don't want any explosions. This is the empty one.
Okay.
And the full one.
And that's done.
Yeah, that's it. Okay, so now just change the gas. On the other side goes a rubber hose that I change every second year. I think it's like 5 years, but I change it every second year because it's a boat and salt water and everything. And it's about, I think the law is 1.5 or 2 meter, and we have 1.5 meter over here.
Wait, so it's 1.5 meters between gas canisters and what?
And the leak check
Valve.
point.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
know. So you check the leak. It's like if you get bubbles in there.
And then the hose is leaking, so it could leak into in the system.
Nah, it could be, yeah, probably the hose is leaking. Or in the system in here. It
Okay.
could be either way. So you just push that down and it should be full liquid with gas.
Okay.
And if it's bubbles, then you have something wrong and then you're not supposed to use the system.
Do we have a gas alarm in the boat?
You have 2.
Nice. That's good.
Yeah.
Hallå! Ja, oj, oj, oj. Watch out. Don't go near my... No, don't. Do not... No. Du, busunge. Nej, tack. I protect my clothing. You dirty little paws. While I give Grim attention, guess who is right here? It's Fenris. He also needs it. Ja, det är fin. He loves getting cuddles and stroking his eyes. That's a thing for him. Like head massage. Look at the fluff. Look at this. Today we're eating meatballs.
Today we're eating meatballs. I think we're just gonna go for potatoes.
Okay, det är helt fine. Vad har vi för sås till? Wow, but I think that can be really nice.
Yeah. Works good in the boat.
It really does.
With some extra spices is okay.
Wow. They are Brussels sprouts, everybody. Guys, we have a little bit of something that's concerning. Huge floats of glacier ice blocks are coming this way. That is very close, Christopher. Just so you know why we are concerned about this is because a few weeks ago, one of these came by one of the boats and ripped off the entire anchor chain and the plastic and everything, right? Off the front of a boat. Yeah.
Oh.
So when this floats into your anchor chain, you're
it was
screwed.
Bigger, the other one, but
This is big.
This is not good.
Fenris farted. As evening fell, the rain continued. The fog lay thick around the mountaintops as I took the dogs for an evening walk. While I rode along the shore, Grim and Fenris ran and explored. I like to row and not use the motor because it's quiet. I like the eerie evening vibes and the sound of the rain on the ocean. In this area, it is quite common for polar bears to be, so we always keep our eyes and ears open. Every time I go ashore, I bring my gun with me as a precaution. But as you know by now, shooting towards a polar bear is only something you would do in a life-threatening situation. Rainy today. Christopher's just gonna come now and pick me up, but we can hear the glacier in the background, the Tuna Glacier, calve. You can hear it, it's like thunder, and I mean that is almost like, what is it, like 6 kilometers away or more? That's crazy. Look, it's so moody. Dang it. Och inte se så ledsen ut. Why are you sad?
Because very moist in the boat. It's like a sinking ship.
Good morning. The craziest thing, I just got up like 1 second ago. There is so much snow on the mountaintops. I don't know why I'm shocked and so excited, but let me show you. Look at this. Look at this. These mountains with some snow on them is one of my favorite things to take photos of. So I'm gonna have to go ashore 100% and take some photos soon. We are waiting for a storm, but it's supposed to come in maybe 1 hour and it's supposed to be in this direction. So we think we're gonna be covered and protected by the mountains. And I hope we are. Because yesterday it was, well, raining for like the entire day. And then today it was supposed to be raining, but I think that might have turned into snowfall this night because it's getting colder. I think it's gonna be -1 degrees on Monday. I think today is like around 1 degrees, so that's exciting. Oh, Christopher is short with the boys. I also want to take a long walk, but first I want to have coffee. God morgon killar! God morgon Grim! Hej! Hallå min son! Hallå min extra son! Hallå Krille! Hallå! Good morning! How are you doing Grim? Fenris, kan man få en god morgon? Hej! Oh, you turn around. That took a while. Hello. Hallå. God morgon. How are you? Calm down, calm down. A morning coffee for a morning, Christopher Grim.
Thank you.
God morgon.
Thank you, thank you.
Oi, here comes the weather you were talking about.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that took one gust and we know it's here. Are you loving life with, you are a man lover. You love Einar, you love Christopher. This little boy, he likes the ladies. He likes a lady's touch. He wants to be sung to. I cleaned up a little bit. Oh yeah, it looks a lot better now. So anything that's wet, we can put down here. Because there is the heating. Or everything is dry now from yesterday.
Yeah, and under the table.
Yeah, also under the table is a great place to put things. Because, you know, it's really difficult to dry stuff when it's cold outside. This boat becomes a little bit wet, right? We need to have something to pull the wetness out.
If it's raining, yes.
If it's raining, it becomes a very moist inside. So we need to keep everything from, you know, we don't want mold in here and everything else. So we make sure to dry stuff so we don't have wet stuff lying around. But it hasn't been a huge problem because it doesn't really rain here that often. But yesterday it was torrential rain, you know? Okay, let's see. I'm on a, what's it called, instant coffee craze. I've had too much espresso and too much of the kind of stronger coffees that I need the more watery instant coffee. It's so nice. Oh, it's so good. Guess what I like almost as much as my coffee? Waking up to fresh snow on the mountains. It is a reminder that summer is coming to an end and that my favorite time is around the corner. We were supposed to leave to go to Pyramiden, but the weather had other plans. We were pretty sheltered from the mountains, but on the other side was mayhem. To get out of here, we would have to go into some really rough seas, and after making that mistake before, we now know better. so our only option was to stay put until it got better. Look at this breakfast. Isn't it incredible? I have a life hack for you guys. If you want to make banana pancakes, but maybe you don't have time or you just don't want to, you can just put bananas and eggs in a pan and just like do scrambled eggs with bananas. At first time I heard it, I thought it sounds disgusting, and then it's just because my brain thought that you can't, you know what I mean? You eat banana pancakes, but it sounds weird to eat scrambled eggs with bananas, doesn't it?
The same. So.
It is the same. So this is a hack. Do scrambled eggs with bananas. Or like an omelette. It's so good. There's a lot of bananas in here and a lot of cinnamon. And that's about it. Mmm.
So, there we go.
The wind is really picking up and is starting to grab onto our boat. So we've turned everything on so we can see if we're moving, if our anchor is dragging, but so far it seems fine. Let's hope that it doesn't get worse here. I feel like we should be in Lair, in a protected spot from the wind. I hope so. It should be fine. As long as we keep an eye on it, I guess it's okay. I flew my drone up quite high. It's snowing up there. Why can't it just come down here? I'm so ready for winter in the snow. Are you as well, Christopher?
No.
Oh, really? He's still in summer mode. I'm full on like, oh, I want winter, and I'm so in cozy mode. Okay, let's eat. Let's feast.
The battery is starting to come to 12.5, 52, and then it volt, and then it's time to charge.
And since we're not running the boat, since
the solar panel can't, we don't have any sun, so the solar panel isn't for any use.
Mm-hmm.
So then we have to use the generator.
But you know what that also means?
You can vacuum.
Yes! And when you have two dirty poopers, it gets so dirty. So my favorite thing to do is like midway vacuum the entire floor and carpet here, and then it feels like a brand new boat. So I'm gonna do that after my walk. Since it's quite windy, I'm gonna go ashore and Christopher's gonna stay here. Plus we're running the generator and everything. I think that sounds like a good idea. Then I can listen to my podcast like I usually do. I always walk around with, like, listen to something when I walk here. But I keep my eyes open. There seems to be no polar bear activity in the area because the cabins are intact and we haven't seen one. Should do. This boat. Oj, 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 hej. Ska vi gå på tur? Oj, tack. Ja. This boat weighs so much more than the old one. Okay. Ska vi sätta igång? Ja, gud. That was a very, very intense kiss. This cabin is an old trapper's cabin and it is over 100 years old. It's actually one of my favorite cabins and we've stayed in it many times. The remote cabins that are available for rent are owned by different organizations in the village. To be able to rent them for a weekend, you have to be a member of that organization that handles the cabin you want to rent, and then you apply the same week for the dates that you want. Since there are very few cabins scattered across the island, only about 12 or so, but many people who apply, it is run like a lottery that determines who gets it for the weekend. During the summer, many of the cabins are empty because not as many locals have boats as they have snowmobiles, and some of the cabins are not even accessible by boat. The rent for a weekend is around $30, so it's very cheap, and the cabins are only available to locals. During the summer, we stay in our boat rather than rent a cabin.
Early blue morning, when everything's cold, I see you running, all covered in gold. There's nothing else that eases my soul. I let it all go out the window. No smoke in my eyes. I can hear the wind chiming. It's always been you in the back of my mind. When there are others, I do the routine. I dance all alone there.
We've lost Grim.
Try to be seen. Then there's a feeling.
Grim! Grim! Oh, Dad, hey! Holy crap, he scared the shit out of me. Oh, I thought I'd lost Grim. Well, not lost him, but I... Okay, I'm listening to a podcast and somebody barked in the podcast and I thought it was Grim who barked, and it was like that kind of I'm gonna protect you bark, which Grim only does when it's like real. But no, he's lying down here eating something. I think he's chewing on a reindeer antler. Oh, that almost got me nervous. We're gonna take the radio and we're gonna tell Christopher that we're okay, by the way, because I think I've been out for over 2 hours. So we're gonna do that. But look at this place. Isn't it incredible? Every time I'm here, this mountain range, oh, it gets me occupied for hours because it's just so magical. It's like out of a wild Western movie. And everything is just completely orange. And so much snow. I feel like the snow is melting on the mountaintops up here, but not on the other side. It's in here, right? Snöfjällan, Snöfjällan. Snowfjälla.
Snöfjällan kom.
Jag tänkte bara säga att jag lever. Jag är på väg tillbaka till båten nu. Tillbaka om typ en halvtimme.
Är du bakom knallen?
Ja, precis. Hela vägen bortåt.
Bra, bra.
See you soon. So much fun. Love radioing. And you're not like, you can't play around on the radio, which I feel is just such a shame. Oh, we could have such a good time. Like, hello, hello. But I mean, it's an open channel. Everybody hears it. I've taken a shower, which was absolutely lovely. It was so needed and so refreshing. I didn't wash my hair though. And now I'm gonna read for a little bit. I think the time is around like 5 p.m. The worst of the weather has not really hit yet. I think it's about, it might be also behind the mountain, we don't know. But now I'm gonna read. Continuing on my favorite series. I haven't read a lot on this trip actually. I've mostly been out hiking and chilling. But now I'm gonna take the time and read a bunch. A bunch. It's a little bit cold in here. You have to give them some. We are eating pork chops. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
And I think these guys are very well aware of that. Nom nom nom.
What? What?
Hey, kitty. Snart kommer maten, sötestin. Snart kommer maten. So day number 2, new gas. New propane.
Yeah.
Well, day number 3 actually, because we left on Thursday. Friday, it's now Saturday.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's because it's also very cold and we're keeping the heat on a lot.
Yeah, it's like almost minus, so.
But we have one more.
Yeah.
Is that going to keep us till Tuesday?
Yeah.
Mår det bra? Fenris, mår du bra? Ja. Hej. Oh. Oj, 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 oj. Ja, visst ja. Ja, visst ja. After dinner, suddenly the wind and rain completely stopped. It was the calm before the storm. The sky turned pink and purple, a gorgeous sunset illuminating the mountains. We still couldn't leave to head to our next destination, as that would essentially mean heading into the path of the storm and leave us stranded in a different fjord, even further away from Longyearbyen. So as night fell, we cozied up in the boat. Nebula and Curiosity Stream are back sponsoring another video, and to celebrate the occasion, I've done something very exciting. You can now go and watch part 2 of this video completely ad-free on Nebula, so you don't have to wait a week to see it. Nebula is a creator-owned streaming platform. It's the home of tons of exclusive ad-free content, both original productions as well as bonus content from some of your favorite creators. So if you don't feel like waiting for a week to see part 2, you can just head to Nebula to see it ad-free right away. The best way to get access to all of this exclusive content is to sign up for the Nebula and Curiosity Stream bundle deal. And if you're using my link in the description, you're paying less than $15 for an entire year. So not only do you get access to Nebula, you also get access to Curiosity Stream in this bundle deal. Curiosity Stream is an amazing place on the internet if you like to watch documentaries, which I really do. They have thousands of high quality documentaries, and one I would really like to recommend is this one, Wild Weather with Richard Hammond. I've always been quite fascinated with weather, and especially so living here on Svalbard. I found this documentary series to be super interesting because Richard Hammond investigates things like how wind actually starts, how temperature drives all weather, and tons more. I'm sure you will like this documentary as much as I do, so go and check it out. Click the link in the description and that will take you directly to the deal, and you can watch part 2 of this video straight away ad-free. And don't worry, if you watch this early now, you will still have a video from me next week because I'm putting up 2 videos next week, so there will still be content from me for you to watch. Thank you so much for watching this video and continue to support my channel. It really means a lot. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye! We are now dragging anchor, so we have to pick up the anchor and move back up to that spot. We've dragged so much.